Hi everybody, welcome back to Bacon's Bass Place. I'm Aaron Bacon again, and today we're here for pattern number 70 of our 50 basic slap bass patterns. You're probably like, what? Pattern 70 out of 50? How does that work? Well, that's because we've already done patterns 50 to 1, actually 1 to 50. So we've done that in the first part 1 of our series of 50 basic slap bass patterns, and this is our part 2 of that, where we're doing patterns 51 to 100. If you want to make sure that you catch all of those, especially if you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe, hit the like button, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, because I want to hear from you guys. And yeah, that's enough about that, so let's get going. Today we're doing pattern number 70, and it is open, pop, slap, hammer, okay? Alright, so that's the basic thing. I'll show you guys that really quick just to get the hang of the basic pattern. That's what I would usually do for all these patterns, but I'm going to do something totally kind of crazy and a little bit trickier today. And we might expand on this kind of exercise that I'm starting today in future lessons. So I hope you guys like this thing, and let me know if it's challenging enough for you or if it's too much for you. But first, let's just do the basic one, okay? So I'm doing an octave on C and an open A string, and then I'm hammering from the C to the D, from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret, okay? So open, slap, pop, hammer. So A, C, C, D. Usually when doing something like that, I would say not to take off this finger, right? Like if I was doing that, that's how I would do that. You know, you save so much economy by leaving these 2 fingers down. You have to spend so much less energy to just move that 1 finger, right? But so that's how I would usually do it. But you can't do it with the open note in there. You can keep this finger down, but if you want to get just a staccato pop, you really can't. Getting off there, but what you can see, what I was starting to do there is actually kind of like the exercise I'm about to show you. So why don't I just show you that now? Okay, we're gonna be doing this out of like an A, right? Like an A minor or an E Phrygian. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working out of, and we're going to keep 1 anchor note on the top, and we're going to move our other note, our slap hammer, because we can't really move the open. We're going to move the open depending on which string we're on a little bit, but it's really the slap hammer strokes in this pattern that are going to be moving around, okay? So I'm going to keep this just on the octave of the A, right? So that's the 14th fret of the G string, and I'm going to start doing this. Hammer, okay? Same pattern I just showed you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it a little bit higher in the pattern, maybe I'll start it You know what, I'm actually going to start it on the note that I'm popping on, just to make things very thorough, okay? So it's all going to be on one string to start. That's one of my favorite things, is getting all of these on like one string. Once you do that, lots of stuff opens up for you, you know? So that's why I really like that kind of stuff. This exercise will, in part, help you develop that, because you're going to be going in and out of playing on all of that on one string, okay? So, open, slap, open, pop, slap, hammer, okay? So I'm going like G, A, G, A. Now I'm going to move it down. I'm going to move my slap hammer down, both of them the equal interval in the scale. So now I'm going to go. So I'm also going to incorporate both of the patterns, right? This way. Both of the scale shapes. There's also, you know, right? I have a video about the 3 scale shapes if you guys want to go check that out. It's probably a ways back in my channel, but you can find it if you really want to learn about all 3 different shapes that you can play scales in. Okay, so I'm going to try and incorporate at least the 2nd position scale and the 1st position scale, okay? So now is my first string skip, okay? So now you notice I didn't move the open string. So that's basically the whole thing. I hope you guys were following that. Now, the other variation that I'm going to do of that, aside from like doing that with all of your scales, all of your arpeggios, all of your keys, what you're going to want to do to get that really thorough, and then once you do that, you know, you're just going to be able to have all of these combinations. But I'm going to start moving the open string to the string that I'm doing the hammer on, okay? So that makes it a little bit more tricky because it's moving another note in it, right? So okay, so right? Now I'm using the open D string because all of these notes are all in the D string, right? Next string. my favorite ones. That one when we finally get to the E, when we have the F and the G, because it's the only combination with this fingering, right? You guys can probably see what I'm doing there. I'm not using my pinky, but we got these two going bo-do, and then this one's up here in the middle, right? So I don't have to like jump my finger to do it. It's just kind of I have to extend this one in kind of a freaky way. But, you know, I just take it off when I do the hammer-on to avoid hyperextending that finger or the note falling off and it becoming stale. I just take it off, you know? And then, yeah, see? Right when I put this finger down, that one comes off. Now the other one is to go back to the first one where we anchored it on the G string, but to do it on all of the other strings as well, okay? So I'm just going to do it with the D string because I think that will probably illustrate it well enough for you guys to get the handle on this exercise, okay? So... Alright, so now if you really want to take this up into next mode, you start messing with the popping note. You know, I saw this exercise essentially one time that was doing this, but had the top note going back and forth for each one. So I'm just going to attempt that right now, okay? And then you can move it around and do any combination of exercises that you can think of. With the top note and moving around all the other ones, there's infinite amount of combinations of this, guys. So I'm going to try this one more. I haven't really tried this one too much before, so hopefully I don't embarrass myself too much here, but you guys can be a little bit forgiving, can't you, sometimes? I think so. Let's see. Oof. Okay, so I'm just going to start with that. That's so tricky. Alright guys, so let me know which variations you guys are doing of this down below, and if you have any bass player friends that you think would really enjoy this, make sure you show it to them, and I want to hear from all of you guys below. So we'll see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed this. Take it easy, guys.